now needing to head north.
Is it possible to capture some of the camels that they were riding?
Yes, you can. There are still a couple in the area. One has been bitten and is bleeding quite profusely, though. Another one got punched to death by a quite big snake boy.
It'd be beneficial for us to try to wrangle these camels at least. Chenik would maybe try to. He's got a feeling that if he approaches the injured camel, it's going to bolt. So he's going to leave that to someone who is a little more animal inclined. So he'll kind of instead try to wrangle up the ones that are kind of uninjured and maybe a little bit spooked, but not as flighty.
So, you spot a couple other camels kind of hanging around. Oh, one by Dr. Leaf, that was the rider from earlier, and then one a bit further south. Let me get up some pictures so that way you can see where the camels are. But there are a couple camels, and you can try to grab them as long as the one that Catherine bit earlier.
What the fuck, you bit a camel?
Yeah, last time he bit a camel. There are two camels you can easily wrangle. One is kind of chilling by you, Dr. Leaf.
I'm gonna talk to him and ask him to come with us on an adventure.
Alrighty, I need you to roll a animal handling check.
18.
18, alrighty. So, you talk to that camel.
Mr. Camel. Does he have a name?
He just kind of stares at you. Which translates to Professor Humps.
Wait, what?
Professor Humps.
Professor Humps is his name?
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Professor Humps.
Okay. Can you come with us for an adventure? Would you like to come with us and your friends?
He looks around, a bit inquisitively at the party, a little concerned with some of the violence he saw earlier, but him being a beast of the desert.
I'll keep you away from the vampire.
He more concernedly doesn't look at the vampire, but looks over at Clip Clop, who's standing there, still holding a flaming javelin.
I'll also keep you away from him.
It nods its head, bringing it down towards you as it lets you climb up on top.
Okay.
Whinnies out as the other camel hears
Can
it.
Camels whinny? What if camels mate?
I don't know. I'm just going to say Winnie, because I don't have time to look at it. The other camel hears it, though, and comes up, hearing Professor Humps, and decides to join you guys as well, letting you ride him. The injured camel, though, takes a step forward, another step, looks towards Catherine, gives a slight nod, but then slowly falls to the ground, its knees collapsing.
Camels do whinny, but they also bray, roar, gargle, snort, and growl. And when they whinny, they let out a exasperated, deep bass whinny that can, quote, chill the blood.
You have indeed got Professor Humps and the second camel to follow you guys, as unfortunately the other one just doesn't have any strength left, and just slowly the life leaves its eyes as it stares at Catherine, and with that, it dies. But you now have two other camels to ride with, though.
And how about the remains of the camp here? Was this just bait and there's something valuable, or?
You're welcome to search around. It seems to be mostly ripped apart, but there could be some stuff in the wagon, the little camp that was set up. There could be some stuff.
Okay. He'll open up the crate.
You open up the crate, and inside you find a couple of weirdly long cylinders that seem to have a hard clasp upon them, like a very tight lock.
He would show them to the party. Anyone know what these are?
Dr. Lee, you recognize these as specialty holders for important documents or maps that are supposed to help protect them from elements as people travel.
Okay. I'm gonna shove them in my bag.
Can Chenik unscrew or untop one?
Yeah, you can rip one of the tops off.
Okay. Before he hands it to Dr. Elliott, he takes a peek. Any documents inside?
inside you find a, unfortunately, very ripped up document. It seems someone tried to destroy what was in the first of the 2 cylinders, so to prevent someone from getting to it, as it's just little shreds left.
Should we open the other ones then?
Yeah, you're welcome to open the other one.
Okay, opening them.
You open the other one, and inside is a only halfway ripped sheet.
What?
But the sheet does have some writing on it. Some dwarvish writing.
Do I speak Dwarvish?
Yes, you do.
Oh, good to know. I can't remember. Can I
You
read
do.
that?
I
Okay.
can't read.
But yes, in dwarvish, it talks about a entering into the homeland up north. But how it says to enter it is ripped off.
Does the other one have anything in it?
Nope.
Okay. Does anybody have magic that they can summon the other pieces?
No, Atreus does not. Clip Clop does not either. Marcus, though, upon seeing you talk about the dwarves, just offhand comments, the little stand getters, eh? They're always a pain coming in and out of town. The reason we kicked them all out not too long ago, the little bastards. I heard rumors they live up north now. Hopefully these pilgrims wipe them out for us, eh?
Okay. What does everybody want to do?
Well, Chenik is now moving to the wagon. Is that dead corpse actually there, or no?
Yes, there is a withered corpse. It seems to have been there a while now. It may have been even undead at one point, but then killed again.
Chenik would say a prayer over the body and then drag it over to the rest of the burning bodies, just to make sure.
Well, you're able to do that. And you add it to the burning pile, though you don't really see much else by the wagon, though. It seems to be mostly looted at this point. Mac, do you want to do anything?
Nothing really. I'm probably just gonna follow along with the group until I find someone else to get my hands on.
All right. Catherine, is there anything you are doing now that the one camel has died in front of you and your party mates are burning the rest of the bodies?
Catherine will just look at the dead camel and kind of like, in a way, like ask for forgiveness.
Camel spits on your face.
Well, but that camel's dead, so.
Comes back to life, spits on your face, then dies again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
No.
She will she'll put it in the pile of burning bodies as well, but we'll kind of like be solemn about it.
So, it is a full camel, so you might need a little help with that. It is a bit heavy. So if you want to move it, I'm going to need you to make a strength check to see if you can move the camel on your own.
That's a nat 1, baby.
Ooh, so
Fun.
you go to try to pull that camel over. You tug and you pull, and all you seem to be doing is like ripping tufts of fur out, as it seems to be going nowhere. But as you're doing that, you seem to find you can't move it at all. It seems to be too heavy for you.
I suppose I'm gonna go up to her and be like, you need any assistance?
Hello, Mason. Welcome.
Welcome to the party. We're just dragging dead camels for some reason.
You're adding them to the burning pile of bodies. Yes, Mac. You can help Catherine move the dead camel.
Alright, I'll do that then. I assume I roll athletics.
Just a strength check.
Okay. Somehow I got a 6 on that. I have no idea how I did so bad, but I
really struggle, even though you have the mighty power of your snake. Like you find no matter how much you pull, you cannot move this dead camel for some godforsaken reason.
I'll just drop it and go back to doing whatever then.
Catherine, upon seeing the Great Naga also fail, will smirk and kind of realize it's not just her having issues.
No one seems to be able to move this damn camel. Yes.
The impossible camel.
She will then call out to Chenik for aid.
Atreus also can help, since he seems to want to assist. So Atreus and Chenik, if you wish to both roll a strength check to see if you can help move the camel.
Since my character's smart, can he mention field dressing the animals and then...
This is a dead one. He's trying to add it to the burning bodies because, zombies and stuff. Anything that dies in this desert can come back. There is a lot of undeath in this desert.
Great.
Camels can indeed come back. Chenik, sorry, what did you say you rolled?
I rolled a 6 for a 10, so same as a Trace.
You both would have rolled a 10 for strength check.
Are you guys rolling with advantage at this point?
I mean, it's dead weight. I don't think we should get advantage on trying to move this, even if we're trying to help each other. They weigh like 1,000 pounds.
Camels are pretty heavy.
Yeah, they're really heavy.
But with the two of you, though, you are indeed able to lift the camel. It's a bit of a pain. You can't lift it real high, but you can move the camel, and you can shuffle it slowly over to the pile. The camel flesh smells quite good, even, as you add it to the pile, as, Mac, you're starting to feel hungry now upon smelling that.
Catherine will walk up and place a hand on Chenik's shoulder and say, "Please pray for this one," and then walk away.
Chenik raises an eyebrow, strange request, but okay. And he'll say a prayer over, not just for the camel, but for each individual that they're burning, even the ones who were lost before. He'll say a pray for Tyr for, that he wished that they had protection in this life. May they have protection in the next.
With that, you have dealt with the bodies. You have found most of the items around the caravan as Marcus beckons you back to the wagon so you can continue your journey north. You need to get a little further up before you make camp, lest any nasty things appear out of the sands where blood was just shed. As you can all get back to the wagons, but two of you now can ride camels. There are 2 camels added to the party.
To ride an animal, does it require animal handling or nature checks?
That is going to be animal handling checks.
Chenik's a little uneasy. He's only ever been a foot soldier. He was never cavalry. He'll take the camel if no one else does, but he'll offer it to anyone that has sort of experience.
Anyone who wishes to ride a camel may indeed try to ride one.
Me and Atreus rode that horse after we kicked Cam off of it that one time. Or Marcus off of it.
That wasn't Marcus. That was a random merchant you guys left to die. But beside the point.
Oh.
Catherine will walk up to a camel and basically charm it to say, "It's okay. No need to fear."
You walk up to the other camel, not Professor Humps, as he just kind of bends his neck down to you, letting you get onto him.
You eat my camel, I'll hurt you.
That's not Professor Humps, that's the other camel. But Professor Humps, though, is open for someone to ride.
Nobody else wants to, I will.
I probably shouldn't, because I would probably have to constrict around it in order to even get on in the first place, and that would be very uncomfortable for it.
I'll sit on Nog.
I'll sit on Naga Boy. Alrighty. Well, should be more room in the wagon, so if you two want to sit in each other's laps while you're in the wagon, you're more than free to. Since we'll have some people who can ride camels. But, yeah, if no one else is going to ride it Clip-Clop, you are more than able to ride Professor Humps. So, good job, everybody. You have successfully fended off the bandits and have been able to do your thing. So let me pull up a quick map. Here is where you are currently, the green dot. You have moved north over the course of 3 days and are still heading further north, hopefully to intercept this large crowd. You're a little ways up from the merchant town of Menzel al-Tajar and about 12 days ride from Dara. Still, you are able to make your way north and make camp a little further. Everyone, please get your pieces on the board.
Alrighty.
Oh, Marcus, you don't need to be that big there. Just...
That merchant is huge!
Marcus does not need to be that big of a boy.
Cast enlarge on himself twice.
No, that's a different game I'm in, so don't worry. Alright, so yes, as you make camp, Atreus, you are indeed able to use the time to start getting a little bread going over a small grill that is set up upon the campfire. as you are able to do your craft, and you all are about to rest up for the evening after quite the busy day as the sun begins to set.
Chenik would take Catherine aside for a moment, wanting to talk to her about a couple of things, including, for thinking of the dead in such a way.
He may be a murderer, but he at least cares about animals, so
Yeah.
positives.
Catherine cares a lot.
Anyway, proceed, Chenik.
He just steps up and just small talk, just trying to get, he knows that things have been uneasy of late. And, she has her, kind of ambitions and desires, and he just wants to make sure that people are safe, and that, proper rights are given. And so he appreciates that, she wanted to take the proper rights. And yeah, just talks about a couple of things over the past couple of days. It's been uneasy, right? It started with, Chenik pulling her off of a man that she was trying to suck the blood out of and said, "Drink mine." And then that happened again in the slave market. And
Actually, that was the other way around on that one. She was trying to defend the merchant.
True. But then, his legs got destroyed by Tyr. By Tyr's will.
Was it Tyr?
Well, it was radiant damage.
Yeah, but swung by you.
Right. Tyr's will. Through me. My hammer doesn't normally disintegrate legs.
Yeah, Tyr willed those legs out of existence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Skadoro,
I mean,
Skadon, your kneecaps are gone!
That's how Chenik sees it. Like, he sees it as, like, this isn't, I know what my hammer does. My hammer breaks bones, and it, causes internal bleeding, but it doesn't disintegrate. Like, that's not a thing that it does normally. So he sees this as Tyr's will. Is it? Maybe it's not, but that's how Chenik is interpreting it.
And then Catherine will, while she doesn't appear to care for everybody around her, she does. She just shows it in her own unique way. However, her priorities and goals may not align with what other people view as right or just. She wishes to punish those who wrong others, but she will then summarize with that the camel did nothing wrong and therefore didn't deserve its fate.
That's too right. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that, at least.
And then she'll smirk. But the man who was riding the camel, well, he deserved a far worse fate.
I suppose he did. Or at least we don't know if he did. But it's done. But I imagine that this conversation carries kind of until sort of the sun sets, Both Catherine and Chenik are both from sort of Eastern Europe, and so maybe there's some discovery of kind of a similar culture there.
Yes. There indeed does seem to be. While you two are talking, Dr. Leaf, are you doing anything?
No.
You're sitting by the campfire as Atreus bakes his bread. Marcus seems to be working on some odds and ends near the entrance of his wagon. And Dung seems to be running around in front of you.
As long as he's not going into the fire, he's good.
He runs into the second tent.
I guess I go after him.
This is a tent Marcus set up, and inside you find a little peculiar thing in there. It is a funky-looking mushroom. It's a random mushroom that somehow is in the middle of the tent that Dung has shown you where it's at.
Do I know what kind of mushroom it is?
This is a special mushroom that grows up north typically, and it is known for its healing properties.
I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Eating it typically restores 1d4 health.
Oh, good. Well, I'm gonna put it in my bag for now.
There's also a little note attached to it.
What does it say?
It says, "Dear customer, please enjoy this gift, and may it serve you well on our little journey."
Why does it sound like the weird shopkeeper?
I wonder why.
Because it was his tent you went into.
Oh shit. That makes sense. Well, I guess I'm keeping it,
That's
and
fine.
yep, it's mine.